Well, hello and welcome back. My name's Kieran Siemens. This is my Inky World, and I've had some questions from you about some of the books that I've been working on. Worry Lips is one of them. It's a four-part book, and there's a very large book there with hundreds of illustrations inside. I think that there's about 300 illustrations in there. So you can kind of flick through that. There's lots of goodies in there, lots of silly drawings. Oh, that's a sweet one there. What was that? Look at that, him in bed. Oh, look at his smile. So there's lots and lots and lots of cool and funky drawings in there. If you're interested, go along to Amazon. Treat yourself to a Ghost-tabulous book. So back to today, we are going to set off another drawing in the fabulous ink, of course. So if you're ready, let's start drawing. Welcome back. We're going to start off today with something beautiful. Of course. We're going to start off with, I have no idea, but it's going to be wild and funky. And we're going to just start somewhere, and it's something just to kind of, oh, look at that. That's a very interesting thing. What is all that about? Ooh. Let's see what we can get from that. That's very, very interesting. I'm going to try and get some water on that later on and try and... Right, so, as always, there's no plan. As always, I just work from what I have in front of me. And I don't really try to think about working out a plan or working out something that's right or wrong about the line work or whatever. I just try to relax my mind and just put down lines. Okay. That is very, very bizarre. Okay, we could give it a nice lip. We could give it... We could give it lips. Okay, interesting. It almost seems to be some kind of like prehistoric type thing, you know? I wonder if we could make a Tyrannosaurus Rex out of it. That would be fun. It's always nice just to have this loose time of the day. It's like, you know, it's like when I'm doing all my illustrations for my kids' books and stuff like that. It's very nice just to have a time that things don't have to be a certain way or a certain storytelling thing. It's just about relaxing your mind and letting things go. It's lovely. And sometimes just to kind of break the whole trend of starting off with a circle and starting off with something, sometimes I just put this big splash of ink down just to kind of give myself something new, a different direction, a different point of view, a different everything, you know. And it kind of makes your mind have to work a little bit. It makes you kind of think of what could this be, where could this, what is this, why is that. What a lovely kind of start already to it. Now that will look really nice if I put some of that grey onto it later on. Now I kind of almost feel like he should have really small eyes. That's how I kind of... He's such a big character, and then having such small eyes would be really quite sweet, wouldn't it? Lovely. It gives him a very kind of gentle feeling almost, you know. Like he's a little bit confused even about how he got there, you know. And sometimes these characters come out of this kind of ink adventure in a way that's it's like kind of gives you a very beautiful angle on a character. It's like it's not thought out and not planned out. And if you were to do a character like this, I wouldn't put one big horn on the top of the head, for example. But I love the way that it sits there. I love that. And I love the whole irregularity of this whole, you know. And again, that using the nib here, I'm kind of using it more of a kind of a downward, and that kind of gives it a very, very gentle, thin line. And it's very, very nice to do that with things like wrinkles or something like that. What a lovely little character I've got here. And I really want to thank you all for all the comments and everything. I do love your comments. I really do. So keep them coming. What kind of name could we give this kind of dinosaur creature thing here? He's almost got some little telltales of a Tyrannosaurus almost, but I don't know what's going to happen down here, so it could be anything that happens. Part of the fun of doing these drawings is you never know what's going to happen, you know. Let's give him let's give him something to think about here. Let's give him a little kind of bug that's confusing him. Maybe like a dragonfly, maybe. Something like that. Lovely. Lovely. I like that. Kind of, I love this idea that he's kind of like sticking his chest out, almost like he's pretending to be some kind of tough guy. Do you think he looks like a tough guy? I suppose back in the dinosaur days, I suppose you had to kind of look like a tough guy, right? I mean, you had to scare everybody away, or you know, eat or get eaten. I assume the way of thinking would have been. It's quite nice. I almost kind of feel like he needs to have really strong little feet. Something that's quite solid to stand on, you know. In fact, as I'm thinking about the way the feet are, it's almost like a dinosaur penguin. You know that his body's so low down that he doesn't really have that much feet. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Let's see if we could do something with that. There's his little feet. There's his little feet tucked in there. Look at that. In fact, the idea of a dinosaur, a kind of penguin type creature, you know, with those little stumpy little legs that you have to kind of waddle across the land with, sounds actually really quite cute. Let's just get a little bit of shading in there, just to darken under the belly area. Give it a nice feeling. How lovely. How lovely is that, really? Just trying to think about. And obviously a tail's got to be something very, very small, like a kind of penguin styled tail as well, something that's kind of like dragging along the ground. Put some kind of pyramids in the background there or something. What we need to do is we need to get some. Let's see if we can get some. Let's get a nice kind of grey shadow around his eye. Lovely. That's really quite nice. Just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit. Kind of adding a little bit of a kind of a shadow in there. I can't go too far down and do the shadow because that's going to just be the ink is too wet at the moment. But along the back of his spine here could be fine. And at the moment you could probably hear the rain hitting the outside. It's very dark outside, very wet. So no walk in the park this afternoon because it's just so heavy rain. So Mr. Muir is really not happy. He keeps looking at me like, have you forgotten to me? Have you forgotten? Poor little thing. Of course I haven't forgotten. Lovely. Very nice. I'd love to get some green or something in there, you know. Give them a bit of colour, but I'm very worried about the ink still being so wet that it's going to bleed everywhere. But what a cute little kind of dinosaur penguin type of creature. I do like that. I do like the fact that his feet are so small, and it's very appealing. I love that. We get our lovely paintbrush back in here. We can kind of get a nice kind of framing to it. This would be nice in colour, this one. I think it really would be nice. Lovely. You know, maybe even like pinks on him. You know, it would be so nice. Get a nice kind of very bright colour to him. And that is such a lovely drawing today. There's something really, really lovely about the whole feeling about this little character. It's got a very kind of prehistoric feeling. Do I have any green? Do I have... It would be so nice to... No, I shouldn't really. Still too wet. But! What a lovely drawing! A very nice kind of crocodile, dinosaur, penguin type of creature. You can imagine him kind of shuffling along, you know, trying to catch his dinner, but being so short, like a penguin. Maybe he swims. Maybe that's what it is, like a penguin. He can... So, that is today's drawing. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time. And please send me a comment. I love getting your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I will see you again very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.